Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into, well, a whole bunch of everyday American English. We've gathered some really interesting sources, vocabulary lists, pronunciation guides, stuff designed to give you that shortcut, to being truly well-informed.
Yeah, and the really cool thing here isn't just what the words mean, it's like how we actually say them in real life.
Right.
And why those little nuances, why they matter. It's really about using the language, not just defining it.
Yeah.
Helps you sound, well, more natural.
Exactly. So our mission today really is to give you those aha moments, the ones that make American English just click. We're going to tackle vocabulary for like everything from the grocery store to what you wear, even a day at the beach. And we'll uncover some surprising pronunciation patterns too. Should be really helpful. So let's kick things off. Let's think about a typical day, everyday stuff around the house or maybe running errands. And often, that starts with a trip to the grocery store.
For sure. And right there in the produce section, you've got all sorts of fruit. Take watermelon, for example. Big, heavy. And it's countable, right? 1 watermelon, 2 watermelons.
Got it.
But the pronunciation? That T in water. In American English, it's often not a hard T. We call it a flapped T, or like a fast D sound. Your tongue just taps real quick.
Ah, the flap T, like watermelon.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of the kind of subtle shifts we'll be talking about.
Okay. And speaking of melons, what about cantaloupe?
Good one. Cantaloupe. What's tricky there for learners sometimes is that NT sound. When it's between vowels like that, the T often gets kind of swallowed. It sounds more like cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, not cantaloupe. Okay.
Precisely. And berries. Berries are fun. Blueberries are pretty straightforward. But raspberries, they often trip people up.
How so?
Well, that S often sounds more like a Z. And the P, completely silent.
No P.
Nope, it's raspberry, not raspberry. Then you have blackberries, which are pretty much what they sound like, black. Usually have seeds.
Okay, raspberry. Got it. And cherries, do they have seeds or?
Good question. Cherries don't technically have seeds. They have a pit. Like an avocado or a peach has a big pit. A cherry pit is just smaller.
The pit, right.
And cherries can be tart or maybe even sour. Tart is like less intense than sour. You might also say green grapes are tart sometimes.
Okay, perfect. So from groceries, let's jump to, say, checking into a hotel. That plastic card they give you, that's a
key card, key plus card. Simple enough.
Right. And that little table next to the bed.
That's got a specific name, a nightstand. Usually has a lamp on it, maybe a phone.
Nightstand, okay, and inside it.
You'll probably find a drawer. Now listen to that DR sound. In American English, it often kind of blends into a J sound, like jar.
Jar. Huh, interesting.
Yeah. And if that drawer is empty, notice the P sound. It's almost silent. Empty.
Wow. So many little things. Okay, what other typical hotel stuff?
Let's see. You'll probably have a microwave, an ice bucket, usually empty when you arrive, a refrigerator, but everyone just calls it a fridge.
Fridge, yeah, much shorter.
Definitely. Then doors. You might have a sliding door, maybe to a balcony. It just slides.
Makes sense. And in the closet?
You'll find hangers for your clothes. And listen to that NG sound again. It's nasal, like, hanger.
Yeah.
No hard G.
Hanger. Got it.
And usually an iron and an ironing board, too, for wrinkles.
Right. And the word mirror, I always found that one a bit weird phonetically.
It is a little strange. The first syllable sounds like your ear. Mirror. And the second syllable is like the air in burger. Brr. So mirror.
Mirror. Okay. And the bed?
You've got the comforter, which is the thick blanket. Stress is on the first syllable. Comforter. Underneath that are the sheets. Long E sound, like E. 1 sheet, 2 sheets. And, of course, the pillow and the pillowcase that goes over it.
Right. Windows usually have curtains, right? And I think there are 2 ways people say that.
Yeah, you're right. Curtains. You can say curtain, clearly pronouncing it. Or, very commonly, it becomes curtain N with a stop T, like you stop the air but don't release the T. Curtain.
Curtain.
Okay. And then sometimes, instead of curtains, you have blinds. And often that D in blinds is pretty silent. Blinds.
Blinds. Okay. And towels? That one seems simple, but maybe isn't.
Towel. Yeah, it's got that audiliu sound, like in cow or how. Toe, and then the ending is a dark L sound, like ooh. So toe.
Toe wool. Got it.
Yeah.
And in a hotel, you can just leave them on the floor for washing, right?
Usually, yeah. That's the signal.
Okay. Navigating the hotel itself, you don't walk the elevator.
No, you take the elevator. Well, you take the stairs. Use the verb take.
Yeah.
And again, listen to elevator. Stress on the first syllable, and that T often becomes a flapped key, like a D sound. Elevator.
Elevator, right? And for snacks.
Yes. The vending machine. Make sure you get that V sound with vibration. Vending, or maybe there's an ice machine down the hall somewhere.
Okay. And the main area.
That's the lobby. Or you might go to the front desk.
Yeah.
You check in when you arrive and you check out when you leave.
M pronunciation. Lobby.
Short A sound.
Yeah.
Like in hotter, stop, lobby.
Yeah.
And front desk. That T in front is often a stop T, front desk.
Okay. And you'll need your ID.
Right, your ID and a credit card, usually for incidentals.
Incidentals, like?
Extra charges, minibar, room service, movies, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Outside the hotel, you might see some plants.
Could be. Maybe fake trees for decoration, maybe real trees. Easy to tell if you touch them. You might sit on an outdoor patio. Again, patio. That T is often flapped.
Patio.
Patio. Okay. And maybe some art.
Yeah, maybe a sculpture. Notice the T makes a chi sound. Sculpture.
Sculpture.
Yeah.
Nice. And the parking lot. Always signs there.
Always. No parking at any time. Very common. And if your vehicle, notice the H is silent, vehicle is unauthorized, it might get towed, meaning a tow truck takes it away.
Oh, you don't want that.
Definitely not. And unauthorized, that O sounds like awe in ball or call. Unauthorized. Okay. Let's shift gears from hotels to maybe home life, like around the computer in the kitchen.
Sure. On a computer, lots of phrasal verbs. You zoom in or zoom out. Long oo sound there. You scroll up or scroll down a page. Long oo sound and scroll.
Right. And the thing you move with your hand.
That's your mouse, like house or now. And the plural is fun. It's mice.
Mice, not mouses.
Nope, mice. And it sits on a mouse pad. Short A in pad and often a stop T at the end. Mouse pad.
And if your old mouse is like breaking.
You'd say it's falling apart. Good phrasal verb meaning breaking into pieces.
Okay. What about furniture? Like a sofa bed?
Ah, a sleeper sofa. It folds out into a bed, long O and folds. And you can call it a sofa or a couch. People use both pretty interchangeably.
Sofa, couch, got it. And the classic bedside clock?
The alarm clock. It has hands, a second hand, an hour hand, a minute hand. You put batteries in it. Notice the double T often becomes a flap T batteries. Maybe AAA or AA batteries.
Right. And the actions.
You set the alarm. In the morning, the alarm goes off. Listen, the Z sound goes off. And then you probably hit snooze.
Definitely hit snooze. Okay, the kitchen. So much specific vocabulary there.
Oh, yeah. You'll have a salt and pepper shaker. Almost always in that order, salt and pepper. The and often sounds like N. Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, okay.
Or maybe a pepper mill, where you had to grind the pepper. Past tense is ground.
Ground pepper, right. And for mixing eggs.
You use a whisk. The H is totally silent. Whisk.
Yeah.
You stir or mix with it.
Whisk, okay. And getting hot stuff out of the oven.
Careful. Use an oven mitt. Protect your hand from a hot pan.
That.
And listen when you say take hot things out of the oven. That oven becomes out of. Flap T again. Take it out of the oven.
Out of the oven. Wow, that tea is everywhere.
It really is. Then you have a spatula. Great for flipping things like pancakes. Flipping is easier to say than turning over. And spatula, that TU makes the chi sound again.
Spatula, okay. And for soup.
Use a ladle to serve soup.
Ladle. Got it. And for making pie crust.
You need a rolling pin to roll out the dough. Another phrasal verb, roll out.
Yeah.
And maybe a scraper to, scrapes stuff off the counter and transfer food.
Okay. And where do you put the soup versus, say, a slice of pizza?
Soup goes in a bowl. Long O sound, dark L at the end. Bowl. Pizza goes on a plate, which is flat.
Bowl versus plate. Makes sense. Other random household things.
Let's see. A rug on the floor has a short U sound. Rug. That's different from a doormat or a placemat, which have a short A and a stop T mat.
Rug versus mat. Got it. And boots for rain.
You can call them rubber boots, rain boots, or even galoshes. That's a fun one. Galoshes.
Galoshes. Okay. And that thing you put a hot pan on.
That's a trivet. You put hot pans on it to protect the counter.
Trivet. Never knew that word. And racks.
Lots of racks. A dish rack for drying dishes, a wine rack, maybe drying rack for clothes.
Okay. What about an hourglass?
An hourglass, yeah. Tells time, but we also use it as a floating speech. Someone might have an hourglass figure.
Right. Bathroom vocab, the main thing.
The toilet. It has a lid and a seat. The action is to flush the toilet. And remember, in American English, if you need the room, you ask for the bathroom or the restroom, not usually toilet.
Good distinction. And that little mat for your drink.
That's a coaster. Protects your table from a cup. Don't confuse it with a roller coaster at an amusement park. The verb is coast.
Coaster versus roller coaster. Got it. What about materials, like for baskets?
You might have a wicker basket. Wicker? That's different from a candle wick. And both are different from wicked. meaning evil. Wick, wicker, wicked. Similar look, different sounds.
Okay. Jars for canning.
Those are often mason jars. They have a special seal. You might put drinks in a big drink dispenser that has a little tap or spigot to pour from.
Tap or spigot.
Okay.
And a pitcher.
Yeah, pitcher holds drinks, usually glass or metal. Careful not to confuse it with picture on the wall. Pitcher versus picture. Picture has a stopped K sound.
Pitcher, picture. Subtle. Kitchen storage.
You have cabinets, usually up high and spacious, and drawers down low. There's that J sound for DR again. Drawers, forks, knives, spoons. That's silverware. It's uncountable.
Silverware is uncountable. Okay.
And many modern kitchens have a kitchen island in the middle.
Right. And for wiping things down?
You use a dish rag for dishes, but you use a washcloth for washing your body. Different things.
Dish rag versus washcloth. And rag, short A, is different from rug, short U.
That's exactly. Rag rug.
Yeah.
Very different. You might also see wooden crates or maybe old soap boxes, which reminds me of the expression, if someone is lecturing or preaching too much, you might tell them to get off their soapbox.
Kathy.
Oh, black Sabbath. Okay, let's talk body parts, like on a wooden hand model.
Sure, you've got your fingers. The thumb, silent B, index finger for pointing, middle finger, the rude one, ring finger for rings, and the little pinky.
Pinky.
Cute.
And the bendy parts. Those are joints. Specifically on your fingers, those are knuckles. Silent K knuckles. You can pop or crack your knuckles. And if someone's kind of dumb, you might call them a knucklehead.
Knucklehead. Okay. If something spins, like a bowl?
The verb is spin. Past tense is spin. Spin, spun. And if that bowl isn't stable, it might wobble. The adjective is wobbly.
Wobble, wobbly. That applies to furniture too, right?
Definitely. A chair could be sturdy, meaning strong and firm, or it could be flimsy, meaning thin and easily broken. Sturdy versus flimsy.
Good contrast. And sitting.
You usually sit in a chair, but you sit on a stool, like a bar stool, or even an office chair, or gaming chair, or a step stool.
Office chairs often spin, right?
Yeah, they spin around and roll around on wheels. A step stool is for reaching things up high.
Right.
But be careful, they can be wobbly and kind of dangerous.
Okay. Dirty clothes go where?
In a laundry bag or a hamper.
Laundry bag or hamper. Got it. And that board with holes for hooks?
A pegboard. Peg has a short E sound. Pegboard. You attach things with clips. Clip is also a verb.
Yeah.
Clip something on. Past tense clipped.
Okay. And that thing to help get shoes on?
A shoehorn. Helps you put on your shoe.
Shoehorn. Right. And the strap for an ID card around your neck?
That's a lanyard. For your ID or keys.
Lanyard. Okay. Back to the bathroom quickly. The shower.
You've got the faucet handle to turn the water on, the shower head where water comes out, maybe a shower curtain. Remember those two pronunciations? Curtain or curtain. It hangs, present, from a curtain rod. It was hung.
Tapped. Hangs hung. Okay.
And you might have knobs, a silent K for turning things.
Right. Last one for the house. Sofas. Comfort items.
Yeah. Those extra decorative pillows. Throw pillows, because you just kind of throw them on the couch.
Like you literally throw them.
Well, not hard, but you toss them on. Same idea for a blanket on the sofa. It's often called a throw.
A throw. Okay.
And the main part you actually sit on, that's called a cushion.
Cushion. Throw pillow. Throw. Got it. Wow, that's a lot of household stuff.
It is. But, if we connect this to the bigger picture, mastering this kind of descriptive language, especially for activities and places outside the home, it really opens up how you experience the world and how you talk about it.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move outside then, like sports and activities.
Sounds good. You play sports on different surfaces, like a handball court or a tennis court. In tennis, you serve the ball.
Right. And for skateboarding?
You go to a skate park. It has ramps and maybe half pipes.
Ramps and half pipes. Okay. And for running?
You run on a track. You can be running or jogging, which is just running slowly, or walking. Listen to track. That TR often sounds like crack.
Crack. Okay.
Yeah.
And like American football.
They play on the field. Always on the field for people playing sports. Not in the field like cows on a farm.
On the field. Got it. And gym equipment.
Exercise equipment is uncountable. You'd say one piece of equipment or some equipment. After using it, you might be getting stronger or maybe just tired or even pooped, which is slang for very tired.
Pooped. Okay.
And you do reps, which is short for repetitions.
Right. And where do spectators sit at a game?
They sit on bleachers, long E sound.
Yeah.
Bleachers, or you can just say they sit in the stands.
Bleachers or stands, okay, and getting up there.
You take the stairs or steps, or if it's accessible for wheelchairs, there's a ramp.
Ramp. Got it. And if you're super thirsty?
You might take big swigs or gulps of water. Great words for a fast, big drink.
Swigs and gulps. Nice. Okay, how about travel and transport? Getting around.
Sure. Maybe you take an Uber because it's cheaper than parking. And you can emphasize cheaper by saying way cheaper, much cheaper, or a lot cheaper.
Right. And if parking isn't cheap, if it's crazy expensive.
Oh, you could say it's ridiculous. Or call it highway robbery that's uncountable. Or you could call the price a ripoff that's countable. It's a ripoff.
Highway robbery, a ripoff.
Okay.
Oh.
And the act of charging way too much just because they can, that's called price gouging.
Price gouging. Okay. And before a big game or concert, that thing people do in the parking lot.
Tailgating.
Yeah.
Yeah, people park, lower the tailgate of their truck or car, and hang out, maybe drink or cook before the event.
Tailgating. Got it. What about train travel?
Trains can be great. Sometimes they have bicycle racks, which is really convenient.
Convenient, different from comfortable.
Right, exactly. Comfortable means it feels good.
Right.
Convenient means it's easy or saves you time or effort.
Okay. And if you don't take the train often?
You could say you hardly ever take it, or you rarely take it, means infrequently.
Hardly ever, rarely.
Okay.
And getting on the train?
You get on the train and get off the train. Listen again. Get on, get off. That T in get often flaps before on or off. Get in, get off.
Get and get off. Wow. Okay. Let's journey outdoors now. Maybe the beach.
Okay.
Or a forest.
Sounds lovely. At the beach, the weather might change. Maybe the fog rolled in, then it's very foggy. Really foggy. So foggy. If it's hard to see, it's thick fog.
Fog. And how's that pronounced?
Like the aw in ball or call. Fog.
Fog. Got it. And birds. Always birds at the beach.
Definitely. You see pelicans, they flap their wings to fly, but sometimes they just glide, flying without flapping, where they soar high up. They have feathers, not hair.
Yeah.
And webbed feet for swimming. Not like eagles, which have sharp claws.
Claws. Right. What about other bird sounds?
Well, crows make a caw sound again. That aw sound like ball. Caw. Roosters. On farms, they crow. That's the verb usually at dawn. Little birds often chirp or tweet. We also say they sing. They live in nests, usually in trees.
Nests. Okay. And seagulls.
Seagulls.
Yeah.
Often described as loud and annoying. They make a squawk sound.
Squawk. Squawk. Got it.
And sometimes you see birds flying in formation, like in a V shape.
Cool. What else can you find on the beach?
You might find driftwood. That's wood that drifts in from the ocean. It's uncountable. Also kelp or seaweed. Maybe a spiky sea urchin. Careful with those.
Sea urchin. Pokey. Okay. And the water level.
That's the tide. We say the tide is out, low tide. If the tide comes in, high tide. If something gets stuck between rocks, it can get wedged.
Wedged upon.
And maybe there's a cliff. If it's hard to climb, the cliff is too steep. You should look for a trail, which is a safer path.
Trail. Right. Okay. Switching to a forest. What might you find there?
You'll see pine cones, often growing in clusters. Little broken sticks are called twigs. Good for starting a fire. Bigger pieces of a tree are limbs or branches. They're pretty much synonyms for tree parts.
Limb or branch. Okay.
The limb can also be a more technical term for an arm or leg.
Oh, right. And sunshine.
You're either in the sun or in the shade. We don't usually say in the shadow for the area without sun. Your shadow is the dark shape your body makes on the ground.
In the sun, in the shade, shadow on the ground. Got it. Okay, describing towns. Maybe a cute little town.
You might call it quaint. Means little, cute, maybe old-fashioned, has character. Quaint.
Quaint. Nice word. What if something is too much? Like visually?
You could say the style is loud. Or maybe gaudy, if it's really excessive and maybe a bit tacky. Gaudy.
Gaudy. Okay. And shopping. Little shops.
Those are often called boutiques. Listen to the sounds. Long ooh, long E, silent E.
Yeah.
Boutique.
Boutiques. Got it.
You might also see signs for apparel, which is just another word for clothes, and it's uncountable.
Right.
Or specialty shops, antique stores, art galleries, maybe a cute little cottage, which is like a small European-style house.
Cottage. Nice. And colored glass and windows.
That's stained glass. Can be in a window or a sign.
Okay. Parking signs again. What if parking isn't allowed?
Might say public parking prohibited.
Wow.
If you park there anyway, violators will be cited.
Cited, meaning?
You'll get a citation, which is a parking ticket.
Yeah.
Notice the T sound difference. Cited, fast T, versus satiation, clear T before the stressed vowel.
Cited citation. Interesting. Okay, quick actions. Walking down a slope.
You're walking downhill or down the hill, playing volleyball on sand.
Just beach volleyball. No preposition needed there.
Right. And if you're wearing those open shoes...
You're wearing sandals. Just sandals.
Perfect. And if a kid is complaining unhappily...
They're whining. Sounds just like wine that you drink, but spelled differently. Whining.
Exactly. Whining is not pleasant to listen to.
Okay, this next part. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The way we talk about animals, especially pets. It's like full of these super specific words. Let's dive into that, maybe starting with dogs.
Yeah, animal vocabulary is rich. Okay, dogs. When you walk a dog, it's on the leash. The strap is a leash. But many dogs, like my friend's dog Coco, wear a harness instead of just a collar around the neck. Harnesses often fit around the body.
Harness versus collar. Okay. And careful with collar, right? Sounds like.
Sounds different from collar. Collar has an open ah sound. Collar has a short ah sound. Collar.
Got it. And that harness, if it's old.
It might get faded. Just like jeans can get faded, lose their color.
Okay. And cute names for dogs?
Oh, yeah. You can say doggy or pooch. That's a fun kind of slangy word.
Yeah.
A baby is a puppy, then it becomes an adult dog.
Pooch. I like that. And dog behaviors.
They might be rolling around in the grass or shaking themselves dry. A happy dog is often playful. They love to play fetch. You fetch the stick, fetch is the game and the verb.
Fetch. Right. And after running.
They'll be panting,
Yeah.
breathing really fast and heavy, panting.
Panting. Okay. And sounds they make.
They bark. The sounds are written like arf, ruff, or woof. They might also growl if they're angry or warning you.
Mm-hmm.
And you use at. They bark at the mailman or growl at a stranger.
Bark at, growl at. Got it. And a happy tail.
They wag their tail back and forth.
Okay. What about not so nice things like bugs?
Ugh, yeah. Dogs can get fleas and ticks, little insects. They cause an itch, noun, or make the dog itchy, adjective. And when a dog is itchy, they scratch.
Scratch. Okay. And how you talk to them.
When they're good, you praise the dog. Good boy. When they're bad, you scold the dog. Bad dog.
Praise versus scold. Makes sense. And that vet procedure to stop them having babies.
We generally say the dog is fixed. More specifically, females are spayed and males are neutered. But fixed covers both.
Fixed, spayed, neutered. Okay. And their feet.
They have paws. And on their paws are claws, the sharp things, different from human fingernails, which are just nails.
Paws and claws. Got it. And the hair on their face.
Those are whiskers, different from a man's mustache. Whiskers.
Whiskers, right? And sad sounds.
They might be whimpering or whining if they're upset or hurt, similar to how people whine.
Whimpering, whining. Okay. Different types of dogs.
Those are different breeds. You can have a mixed breed, like Coco, who's part Labrador, part something else.
Yeah.
Or a pure breed, like a 100% golden retriever.
Mixed versus pure breed.
Well,
and their coat.
Dogs have fur, not hair like humans. When they lose fur, it's called shedding. Happens a lot. A healthy dog often has a shiny coat. And usually a wet nose is a good sign too.
Shiny coat, wet nose, good health signs.
Gotcha.
And legs.
They have front legs and back legs. The back ones are also called hind legs. Hind legs. Some dogs can even learn to stand on their hind legs.
Hind legs. Okay. Where do dogs without homes go?
To an animal shelter, or sometimes called the pound. A dog found wandering is a stray dog or a stray cat. If you adopt one from a shelter, it's often called a rescue dog or just a rescue.
Rescue dog. That's nice. And the word pet.
Super useful. It's a noun. This is my pet. And the verb, you pet the dog. Past tense is petted.
Petted. Okay. And duck. You mentioned that earlier.
Oh yeah, just a quick side note. Duck can be the animal, quack quack. Or it can be a verb needed to bend down quickly, like duck your head.
Duck. Got it. Okay, moving on to cats. Any special types?
Yeah, you often hear about tabby cats. That refers to a pattern on their fur, often stripes, sometimes with an M shape on their forehead.
Tabby cats, okay. And baby animals born together.
That's a litter. A litter of kittens, a litter of puppies, and the smallest one in the litter. That's the runt.
The runt. Cat behaviors.
They spend a lot of time licking their paws to clean themselves. Or licking each other. And they need a scratching post for their claws. Otherwise, they use your furniture.
Definitely need a scratching post.
Look.
And their bathroom.
That's the litter box. You fill it with kitty litter, which absorbs the waste. And your job is to clean out the litter box. Phrasal verb, clean out.
Clean out the litter box. Got it. And playing.
They love a good cat toy, feather wands, little mice.
Right. And people who prefer cats.
They're cat people versus dog people. Sometimes people are both.
Cat people versus dog people. True. If a cat needs a home.
It's up for adoption. Ready to be adopted?
Up for adoption.
Okay.
And where are they kept at the shelter?
Often in kennels, which are like cages designed for animals.
Kennels. And cat sounds.
They meow, of course. And when they're happy and content, they purr. Yeah. That low vibrating sound. purr.
They meow and purr. Okay.
You know, what really stands out to me is just how incredibly specific this language gets. When we talk about animals, especially our companions, the vocabulary just blossoms.
It really does. It shows how much we observe them, I guess. Okay, let's shift again. Let's go even deeper, maybe into some specialized hobbies, like hunting and fishing. And then unpack clothing terms and really, really nail down some of those tricky pronunciation rules we keep bumping into, those nuggets of knowledge.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, hunting. The person is a hunter. The verb is to hunt. You can say you go hunting as a general activity. Or you hunt deer, for example. No preposition needed when you name the animal.
Go hunting or hunt deer. Got it. Equipment.
Traditional hunting might use a bow and arrow. Sometimes hunters use decoys, like a decoy turkey or decoy goose. Those are fake animals to attract the real ones.
Decoys. Okay.
And they practice shooting at a target. The sport with a bow and arrow is archery, and the person is an archer.
Archer!
And hitting the center.
And that's a bullseye. Means you have good aim. Aim is uncountable here.
Good aim. Got it. And the clothes hunters wear, that special pattern.
Right, that's camouflage. Helps them blend in. You can have camouflage jacket, clothes, overalls, pants, hat. And how do you say camouflage? It looks tricky.
It does. It's camouflage, 3 syllables, camouflage. That A is open, and the G is soft, like J. Flage, not a hard G.
Camouflage. Okay, and weapons.
Hunters might use guns, including rifles. Some people practice with BB guns, which shoot small metal balls called BBs, not actual bullets.
Okay. And the verb shoot.
Present is shoot. Past tense is shot. Shoot, shot. Be careful with prepositions.
Yeah.
You shoot somebody means you hit them. You shoot at somebody means you aimed in their direction, maybe missed.
Shoot versus shoot at. Important difference.
Very. And if someone dies, they were shot to death. The event itself is a shooting, which is countable. There was a shooting.
Okay. Other tools?
They might use binoculars to see far away. Carry knives, plural of knife. Notice the F changes to a V sound. Knives, maybe a small axe like a tomahawk or a hatchet usually has a stop T sound, or a large knife called a machete for clearing thick brush.
Tomahawk, hatchet, machete. Got it. Okay, let's switch to fishing. Gear.
You need fishing gear, which is uncountable. It often goes in a tackle box. Key items are a fishing pole or fishing rod and fishing line, and those little things that float on the water.
Oh yeah, what are those called?
They can be called floats or bobbers because they float or bob on the water.
Floats or bobbers. Makes sense. And attracting the fish.
You use bait, which is uncountable, could be worms, insects, or you use lures, which are fake bait designed to lure the fish in.
Right.
You might use fake worms instead of live bait.
Bait lures and catching them.
You need hooks. You put bait on the hook, or you can say you bait the hook, and maybe a net to scoop the fish out of the water.
Bait the hook. Okay. And throwing the line out?
That action is called casting. You cast the line. Fun fact, the past tense is also cast. Cast.
Cast.
And when you get a fish, you reel it in, phrasal verb. Reel has a long E sound. Reel in the fish.
Reel it in. Got it. And the activity itself.
You go fishing, just like go hunting, go fishing.
And where?
You can go fishing at the lake, by the lake, or on the lake if you're in a boat. Different prepositions work.
Okay. And after you catch one, if you plan to eat it.
You need to cut it and clean it. That usually means removing the head, skin, and guts. Then you might fillet the fish. That's a verb. You use a special fillet knife. And the piece of meat you get is called a fillet. That's the noun.
Fillet the verb. Fillet the noun.
Yeah.
And moving the boat.
You use an oar or a paddle. They're pretty much synonyms. And they can both be verbs too. You row the boat with oars or paddle the boat with paddles.
Or paddle, row paddle. Got it. Okay, let's talk clothes. Patterns first. Those dots.
Polka dots.
Yeah.
And the L is silent. Polka dot.
Polka dots. Okay, what about that swirly pattern?
That's paisley. Long A, Z sound for the S, long E, paisley.
Paisley. Got it. Lines.
The pattern is stripes. The adjective is striped, often with a stop T at the end. Striped shirt.
Striped. Okay. That checkered pattern, often on flannel shirts.
That's plaid. Short A sound, plaid, not plaid.
Plaid, right. And just one color.
That's solid. A solid blue shirt.
Okay. Shirt types. Beyond just shirt.
You have the basic T-shirt. A polo shirt is the one with a collar and a few buttons at the neck, and a shirt with buttons all the way down is a button-up shirt.
T-shirt, polo shirt, button-up. Got it. Sleeves?
Can be short sleeves, sleeveless, no sleeves, or long sleeves.
Okay.
And some shirts or jackets have a hood attached.
Hood. Okay. Fabrics, maybe see-through.
Yep, see-through. Or maybe it's made of lace. Corduroy has those ridges. Denim is what jeans are made of.
Corduroy, denim, okay. Decorations, frilly stuff.
Those are ruffles.
Ruffles, got it. Pants, waistbands. Sometimes they're stretchy.
Right, an elastic waistband. Or they might have drawstrings, those strings you pull to tighten. Actions are you tie them, tighten them, or untie them. When they're fastened, they are tied.
Drawstrings, tied, untied, okay.
Yep.
Necktie.
A man wears a tie. The verb is also tie. You tie a tie. Or maybe a bow tie.
Tie. Okay. What about those straps that hold pants up?
Those are suspenders. They suspend the pants, hold them up.
Suspenders, okay. And the thing most people use?
A belt. It has a buckle. And we use that for seatbelts too. Buckle up. Some belts are even reversible with a different color on each side.
Reversible belt. Cool. How about jacket or pants closures that aren't buttons or zippers, those little metal things?
Oh, those are snaps. They make a snap sound when you close them. Snap, snap.
Snaps, okay. And
zippers.
you zip up a zipper to close it or unzip it to open it. Past tense, zipped up, unzip.
Up, unzip, zipped up, unzip. Good phrasal verbs. Jeans details.
Jeans usually have a button or maybe a snap at the top. The zipper part down the front is called the fly.
The fly.
Yep. And if someone forgets to zip it up, a common, slightly discreet way to tell them is, your fly is open. Or sometimes people jokingly say, XYZ, examine your zipper.
XYZ, haha, okay, good to know. Jeans with holes?
Those are ripped jeans or ripped up jeans. And jeans that have lost their dark color are faded.
Ripped, faded, okay. Pants with big side pockets.
Those are cargo pants.
Cargo pants, got it. Men's underwear types, generally briefs, the tight ones, or boxers, the loose ones. You can say underwear is singular or underwear are plural. Both work.
Briefs versus boxers. Okay. Sweaters, like the button-up kind.
That's a cardigan. And speaking of putting clothes on and taking them off, the phrasal verbs are put it on, past tense is the same, put it on, and take it off, past tense is took it off, take, took.
Put on, take off, took off. Okay. And putting your shirt into your pants?
That's tucking in. You tuck in your shirt, past tense is tucked in.
Tucked in. Wow, that was a whirlwind of clothing. So, okay, what does this all mean? We keep seeing these patterns, right? Like words ending in EW. You mentioned there are patterns there. It seems like knowing them could be a real shortcut. There are like 3 main ways to say them.
That's right. It's a perfect example. Once you see the pattern, it unlocks a lot. So the most common way words ending in EW are pronounced is with a long ooh sound, like in food or moon.
Ooh sound,
like new or chew. And the adjective chewy. Think of past tenses. Fly becomes flew, blow becomes blew, grow becomes grew, draw becomes drew, throw becomes threw. All that ooh sound.
Wow, okay. A lot of common verbs follow that. Any others?
Yeah, words like crew, a group of workers, stew, the soup, brew, making coffee a beer or the drink itself like cold brew, screw, the tool, cashew, the nut, mildew, like mold, and the adjective Jewish, all ooh.
Okay, so EW is usually ooh. What's the second way?
The second most common is a YU sound, like the word you.
You sound, examples.
Like few, meaning not many, nephew, pew, the bench in a church, skewer, that stick for cooking shish kebabs, and curfew, the time you have to be home. Fewer words, but important ones.
Few, nephew, pew, skewer, curfew. Okay, you sound. And the last one, a rare one.
The least common pronunciation for EW is a long O sound, like in know or grow. O.
Yes. Oh, like what?
The main example is the verb sew, meaning to stitch clothes. SEW sounds like SO. So, past tense is sewed, participle is sewn. It's a real outlier, but good to know it exists.
So it sounds like so. Wow, okay, that's super helpful for EW.
Yeah, and this raises an important question about other, maybe less obvious pronunciation traps, like words with anke or ang. People often see the A and think it's the short A like in cat, but usually it's not.
Oh, right. You mentioned bank earlier. It's not be up.
Exactly. The A in ank and ang words often takes on a longer, more nasal quality, almost like A. Think ink or ing.
Ink. Okay. Give me some ink examples.
Sure. Bank becomes bank. Same for bankrupt and bankruptcy. You go bankrupt or file for bankruptcy. Blank piece of paper is blank. A prank. A joke is prank. You play a prank on someone.
Prank. Okay.
Past tense of drink is drank. Drank. So you're grumpy, you're cranky. To pull something fast is to yank. Yank. Of course, thanks. Past of sink is sank. The Titanic sank. Your ankle, a kinkle, a fish tank. All that ain't sound.
Wow. Bank, blank, prank, drank, cranky, yank, thanks, sank, ankle, tank. That's a lot. What about ang? Is it ang?
Pretty much, yeah. Like a clothes hanger. Remember that nasal mm sound? No hard G hanger. But be careful. Angle, like a right angle in math, that does have a hard G. Angle.
Hanger versus angle, hard G. Okay.
Right. Mango also has the hard G. Slang, informal language, uncountable, uses the ang sound. Slang, the verb hang, present tense is hang. Hanging clothes, language has it, language. In the past tense of ring, like a bell, is rang.
Okay, hanger, angle, mango, slang, hang, language, ring.
Wow. Any similar ones?
Yeah, a couple that are phonetically close also use that long A sound. Like anchor, the sheet makes a K sound. Anchor. It's heavy.
Anchor. And anxious, that is a soft A sound, like anxious. Anxious. And that one has two meanings.
It does. This is important. Anxious about something means you're worried or upset about it. I'm anxious about the test. But anxious to do something means you're eager, you really want to do it soon. I'm anxious to start the project. Same word, different feeling depending on the preposition.
Anxious about worried versus anxious to eager. That's a great distinction.
We've really connected a lot of dots today, haven't we? From just, everyday objects to specialized stuff like fishing, and weaving in these pronunciation rules that really make English, flow more naturally. It really is about knowing not just the words themselves, but the rhythm, the logic of how we actually use them. Absolutely. You've basically just gotten a masterclass in practical, real-world American English, packed with all these surprising facts and insights that hopefully cut through some of the confusion. This deep dive, it really should empower you to feel more well-informed and just confident in so many different situations. You've got the tools now to understand those little quirks, those nuances that actually make a huge difference. So here's a final thought for you listening after hearing all these insights today. What common word or phrase in American English do you think has the most surprising pronunciation twist, or maybe a hidden usage rule that most people probably miss? Something to chew on.